The second day of our Utah National Park tour brings us right here to Bryce Canyon National Park, probably my favorite national park in Utah. Let me show you why. Bryce Canyon is by far the highest elevation of the Utah National Parks at over 9,100 feet above sea level. And that extreme elevation is what allows more moisture to stay in the soil and more trees to grow here than any of the other national parks. However, the trees and the elevation are not what makes this place so special. It's this. One of the questions you have to ask yourself as you get down and walk among these crazy spires is how did a place as weird and as amazing as all of this ever come to be? Well, there's two answers to that question. The first answer is the scientific explanation. About 50 million years ago, this entire valley that makes up Bryce Canyon was filled by a giant ancient lake. But when tectonic plates shifted, they punched up the bottom of that lake. All the water drained out, and the clay silt bottom was left high and dry to the elements of erosion, where wind and rain and snow howled and beat against it for millions of years. Now, all these spires that you can see are the remnants of what used to be the sediment bottom of a giant ancient lake. The second answer to how Bryce Canyon formed is very interesting, and it is the story you would have been told if you lived here in Bryce Canyon alongside the Peyote Indian people around 800 to 900 years ago, who believed that long ago Bryce Canyon was inhabited by a shape-shifting tribe of people called the Tu'winan'u'wha. I had to practice how to say that. The Tu'winan'u'wha did not like humans, and over time they became so evil and malevolent and violent that they caught the attention of the great coyote spirit, a god in Peyote Indian belief that's very similar to the god of Loki in Norse mythology, a trickster, also a shapeshifter. The great coyote spirit descended upon the Tu'winan'u'wha and turned them all to stone, which is supposedly why all these stone spires are here in Bryce Canyon today. They are not the remnants of some lake sediment. They are Tu'winan'u'wha peoples frozen in stone on the day that the great coyote spirit hunted their species to extinction. But the haunting thing about this story, and maybe the most interesting part about it, is that there are many Native American people today who believe the Tu'winan'u'wha did not go extinct. In fact, they are still alive and well today, just under a different name that we gave them, a terrifying name that if you mention around the wrong group of Native American people in the American Southwest, even today, they will shut their lips and go silent in fear that this creature might hear them talking about it. The name? Skinwalker. I have been to all 50 states in America, talked with people all over the world, gone to Japan, Iceland, Europe. I have never, in all my travels, heard a story anywhere near as frightening, as terrifying as the legend of the Skinwalker. But that is a story for another time, because today I have a lot of driving to do to get to the next national park on our 5 national park tour. It is a long ways. So I'll see you tomorrow at Capitol Reef.